Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing an unboxing video. So today we have the Camp Blood collection from David Sterling. So let's just go ahead. We're gonna open this box first, and then we'll open this later. I have not seen the box in person yet. All I did was just open it up, but I didn't really take anything out. So let's begin. I guess I'm just going to pull this out. So we have right here, we actually have a we have this little I believe this is supposed to be a flash drive. Yeah, so you see that, like, this right here is a flash drive, but it's also like a toy, I guess. It's pretty cool, actually. I believe the flash drive, from what I understand, the little appendages are a little wobbly. It makes me feel like they're gonna fall off or something. But yeah, this little thing right here has a an HD digital copy and a 4K digital copy of Camp Blood 8 Revelations. But yeah, this itself is already pretty cool. I don't know if I can really stand it up. Nah, you can't. Whoops. So that just landed on the floor over there. This is already a pretty great start. Let's go ahead and actually open up the actual collection itself now. So yeah, this is definitely pretty cool. So it's the Camp Blood collection from Sterling Entertainment. I'm going to show like all the different sides. It looks like that's just the same though. But yeah, this already looks like it's a pretty cool set here. Let me go get that little flash drive. Kind of just fell. Alright, here we go. Got the flash drive back. I'm gonna go ahead and have it up here. So yeah, let's go ahead and it's got some pretty cool artwork on this box set. So like the front has like different clown designs from throughout the series. But yeah, this is already a really cool design. Let's go ahead and open it up. So inside here, we've got various discs. Let me get it up a little bit closer so you can see that. But yeah, so basically the way it's set up is it's got Camp Blood 1 and 2 on a double feature. Then it's got Camp Blood 3 First Slaughter, Camp Blood 4, Camp Blood 5, Camp Blood 666, Camp Blood 7 It Kills, Camp Blood 8 Revelations, and then it's got Camp Blood Kills and Camp Blood Ghost of Camp Blood at the top. The only thing I would change is I would actually move both of those because they came out before Camp Blood 8. But let's go ahead and take these out. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here to the side. So right here we've got the Camp Blood Grindhouse double feature. It says Blu-ray 3D. So I guess it has 3D versions of Camp Blood 1 and 2. So that's actually pretty interesting. I hope it has... I've never seen them in 3D, but I remember hearing about them being released in 3D before. So yeah, it says, 10 years ago, a series of brutal murders rocked the peaceful, isolated Camp Blackwood. The killer was never caught, and the camp, renamed Camp Blood by the locals, was closed. Today, two young couples decide to visit Camp Blood, ignorant of the camp's terrible history. They hike deep in the woods. Soon, the campers realize that they are not alone. Someone is watching, waiting. You are the only survivor of a massacre, yet everyone signs you away to an insane asylum for murder. Will you go back and retrace every horrific memory if your freedom depends on it? Patricia is given that chance. A film director asks for her help in making a movie about her horrific experience. All hell breaks loose when the clown returns. Everyone in the cast is disappearing. Will the movie ever be completed, or does the massacre remain a mystery? So that was just the descriptions for both Camp Blood 1 and 2. I have seen both of these movies before. I'm going to go ahead and try to take this plastic off, though. So yeah, now we've got this opened up. Let's take a look inside here. So this is the inside of the case. It says ultimateheaven.com. I guess that's the company that helped do this Blu-ray release of it. But yeah, this is what the disc looks like. I don't know if that's good enough for you guys. But the Camp Blood 1 and 2 are both just kind of fun, shot-on-video horror movies. They're very simple. They're very short movies, too. I think they're only like an hour and 15 minutes each. Both were directed by Brad Sykes, who went on to do some bigger horror movies than this. I think this was like his first 2 movies. He later went on to do a third movie in the series called Within the Woods. Legally, they couldn't call it Camp Blood 3, but it's pretty much Camp Blood 3, and it kind of concludes the trilogy. Yeah, Within the Woods was actually so the first Camp Blood is pretty cheap and stuff, and Camp Blood 2 is pretty cheap also. But Camp Blood 2 is probably my favorite movie in the series. It was definitely an improvement over the first one. And then Within the Woods is not my favorite in the series, but it's definitely the best made movie in the series. It feels the biggest of the original 3 movies. It's not included in this box set though, because it's not officially considered part of the series, even though it really is. It was the first Camp Blood 3. So next, we've got Camp Blood 3 First Slaughter. And there's also like new artwork for these releases. So with this one, Summer Over, Time to Die. A group of students on a class assignment travel to the infamous Camp Blackwoods in hope of debunking a local legend. Despite warnings, they continue on and find that the Camp Blood killer may be more than simply a myth. Real terror awaits on this assignment, and this assignment could be their last. So, this one feels like a reboot, sort of. I've definitely seen this one before too. But yes, I've noticed that David Sterling does this with all of his releases. But yeah, this Camp Blood 3 feels sort of like a reboot of the series. It's it doesn't seem to really follow the continuity of the first two movies. It takes some of the basic information, but kind of changes a lot of it. It's really strange. This one was written and directed by Mark Polonia. Mark Polonia has done a lot of shot-on-video horror movies. But I don't know, this one is not really one of my favorites. It's pretty confusing because it just really messes with the lore. But this is the new artwork for Camp Blood 3 First Slaughter. I guess there's kind of looks like there's a glare in the way. But yeah, this one's not... I don't like it as much as Camp Blood 1 and 2. But it's okay. And I remember the DVD release... the previous Blu-ray release had like a commentary track, because I do have this one on Blu-ray. Camp Blood 1, 2, and Within the Woods I had on a DVD, and now I've got Camp Blood 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. Camp Blood 3 I already had it on Blu-ray, but the artwork is different now. I'm sure the commentary track is still on there, but I do remember there being a commentary track, and it was a pretty good listen. It's Mark Polonia. He was just talking about the movie as it plays. But yeah, this one I just don't like as much. But it's not terrible. It's just the story doesn't really match up with the original two movies. But it's still pretty fun. It's very short also. So this is Camp Blood 4. Looks like the little paper sleeve got kind of bent up a little bit. It's mostly just because of the paper, the material it was made from. I'm going to try to fix this up a little bit. Alright, so here we go. Got to get the disc out for this one too. Yeah, the new artworks on these look pretty good. But yeah, so this one is Camp Blood 4. It says the King Clown of Death is back. I don't remember that being the subtitle. I don't know if that's the new title of the movie or something. I'm not sure why it's on there. But it says 6 college friends traveling out of town to a rock concert decide to stop off at Camp Blacktree. So they changed the name of the camp in this one. In the first 3 movies it was Camp Blackwood. But in this movie they call it Camp Blacktree. I'll explain on that later. But yeah, they decided to stay at Camp Blacktree for a night of partying. However, their weekend turns into utter terror as someone stalking the woods is slicing and dicing his way to the beautiful young Raven. Is it the notorious Camp Blood killer or someone far more sinister? From cult director Dustin Ferguson, who did Silent Night, Bloody Night 2 and The Amityville Legacy, and featuring cameo appearance from YouTube sensation Sean C. Phillips, with a rockin' theme song from heavy metal gods Dragonclaw. This is one trip to Camp Blood you won't soon forget. So, Dustin Ferguson does a bunch of like shot-on-video styled these like low-budget independent movies, and he did a movie called something Blacktree Massacre or Blacktree Forest or something like that. He did like a shot on video movie with a place called Black Tree. So I think that's why they changed the name of the camp to Camp Black Tree for this installment. But I'm actually going to go ahead and... So here's the artwork for Camp Blood 4. The new artwork. It looks pretty good too. Like, the new artworks on these things, on all these movies, is pretty good so far. But yeah, so next we have Camp Blood 5. So 3 months after the tragic death of her friends at Camp Blood, young Raven attempts to rebuild a stable life. However, she is plagued by reoccurring nightmares and the haunting realization that there was someone else lurking in the woods that night. Could the real Camp Blood killer be back? Raven believes she must prove her sanity to herself and everyone else, so she teams up with 2 girlfriends to head back to Camp Blood and stop the killer for once and for all, by all means necessary. In the tradition of I Spit on Your Grave and Miss 45 comes Camp Blood 5, the shocking sequel from film director Dustin Ferguson, Camp Blood 4 and Demon Dolls. And so yeah, Camp Blood 4 and 5 were shot back to back by Dustin Ferguson. Wait, let me fix this a little bit. Here we go. Basically, they pretty much seem to have the budget for one movie, but they try to stretch it between 2 movies. Here's the new artwork for Camp Blood 5, by the way. And this one says, "Clowns Never Die." I don't know if that's like the new subtitle of the movie or not, but it didn't used to say that. But yeah, so Camp Blood 4 and 5 were shot back to back by Dustin Ferguson. They basically used the budget of one movie to make 2 movies. And so these 2 are the weakest 2 movies in the series. There's just a lot of... Camp Blood 4 has a bunch of footage from Camp Blood 3 in it to try to stretch out the runtime, like a big, long flashback sequence. And then Camp Blood 5 has a bunch of footage from Camp Blood 4 in that one. And there's one scene in Camp Blood 5. You know what? I'm going to talk more about that later. I'm going to make a video talking about all of the Camp Blood movies later. I'll talk about the limitations of those more in depth later on. But yeah, so Camp Blood 4 and 5 were basically both done by Dustin Ferguson back to back. Next, we've got Camp Blood 666. This one says The King of Clowns. Again, I don't know if it's like a new subtitle thing they're doing, but here's the new artwork on this one. It looks pretty good too. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and fix this. Okay, so yeah, with Camp Blood 666, a masked killer stalks the woods around Camp Blackwood. Horribly mutilated corpses litter the ground now as Camp Blood. College student Betsy begins to suspect her missing brother Ari is involved. With the police helpless to intervene, Betsy and her boyfriend Tom venture into the deadly woods alone. There they discover a depraved, Satan-worshipping cult that has existed in secret for centuries. The latest installment to producer David S. Sterling's Camp Blood series is directed, photographed, and edited by Ted Mowring, best known for his giallo homage Bloodbath in the House of Knives. George Stover is considered a legend in the Baltimore B-movie scene for his roles in John Waters' Desperate Living and Female Trouble. Supporting him are sexy scream queens Tina Krause from Seduction Cinema's softcore horror spoofs and Alison Rodriguez-Orenstein from Stabigel on Cinema After Dark web series. So So yeah, this is Camp Blood 666. The new artwork, I think I already showed you guys, though. This one's pretty good, too. It's more like Camp Blood 1 and 2. Like, it feels much better than 3, 4, and 5 were. So next, we are going to talk about Camp Blood 7. So, I'm going to go ahead and open this one up, too. So, this one says Camp Blood 7, Hot Girls Camping, Watch Out. Again, I don't remember that being the subtitle of the movie at all. But here's the new artwork for Camp Blood 7. So, this one I remember was called It Kills Camp Blood 7. So I don't know if this new subtitle is the new title of the movie or something. But it says, right here, it says, the new exciting chapter in the cult series, It Kills Camp Blood 7. Several college kids are headed home for the weekend when their car breaks down and they are stranded at the infamous Camp Blood. Taking refuge in the dilapidated cabins for the night, they are preyed upon and brutally slaughtered by the killer clown. Blood flows and scream fills the air as one by one they taste his blade. So this one was actually directed by Mark Polonia. It was written and directed by Mark Polonia, who did Camp Blood 3. So he didn't do... So Camp Blood 1 and 2 were Brad Sykes. Camp Blood 3 was Mark Polonia. 4 and 5 were Dustin Ferguson. 6 was Ted Mowring. And then for Camp Blood 7... Mark Polonia came back. And again, I remember this one being pretty decent also. Camp Blood 3, 4, and 5 were not as good. Camp Blood 1, 2, 6, and 7 are all really good. Or they're good for what they are. Like if you watch these movies, you have to take into account, like, these are not like big budget Hollywood movies. They're shot on video. They're very low budget. I don't want to say amateur, but they have like an amateur quality about them. But they're mostly what these movies kind of are. It sort of reminds me of like a bunch of friends just kind of having fun and filming something. Like, they just have a really fun atmosphere. These aren't, you shouldn't take these too seriously. But they are a lot of fun. They're pretty short and kind of I don't know. They're enjoyable for what they are. Basically, is that way I see it. So then, a movie called Ghost of Camp Blood came out, and there's not any new artwork for this one. It looks like it's just the same artwork. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. Yeah, this one just has the same artwork that it did previously. But this one says, infamous Blackwood Forest is still haunted by the numerous deaths at the hands of a clown mass killer, but now it's haunted by something else. The vengeful spirit of the recently deceased Camp Blood killer is out for revenge from beyond the grave. A down-and-out paranormal talk show host and his faithful assistants attempt to contact the killer with deadly results. The Ghost of Camp Blood takes the series in a whole new terrifying direction. How can you kill something that's already dead? So, again, Mark Polonia did this one too. So this is the third Camp Blood movie that Mark Polonia did. When this movie first came out, I thought this was Camp Blood 8. Because it's a Camp Blood movie. It came out after Camp Blood 7. And it actually picks up right where Camp Blood 7 left off. So I would consider this to be the 8th movie in the series. But I guess this one's considered a spin-off, though. Because in this one, there's not a human killer. The killer is already at the end of Camp Blood 7. Spoilers: the killer dies, and so in Camp Blood 8 is about the ghost of the killer is trying, I guess, killing people from beyond the grave now. But yeah, this one was actually pretty decent also. So it's for me, like Camp Blood 1, 2, 6, 7, and Ghost are all pretty decent. Next we have, so I'm going to go ahead and open this one up too and take it out of the sleeve again. So yeah, this next one we have here is Camp Blood Kills. So Camp Blood Kills, it says all the kills, all the clowns, all the blood. No other film series boasts the amount of thrills, chills, and spills as Camp Blood. Now for your viewing pleasure comes the ultimate gross-out murders and lovely ladies of the Fear franchise, making this a must-have compilation. You can't hide from the clown. Take a scary rewind to terror experience why this slasher series is a fan favorite. So this one is basically well, it's kind of sticky. I don't know why this one is sticky, but it's a little bit sticky, the case is. But anyways, Camp Blood Kills is a clip show. I guess it kind of has a bunch of moments from, like, the first 8 movies. It has moments from Camp Blood 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Ghost. It's like supposed to be like a compilation film of like the best kills and stuff. I've never watched this one. So when I go to watch this one, it'll be the first time I've ever seen it. I've seen all the other ones before this one came out, though. So next we have... Oh, wait, yeah, and I guess here's the artwork for this one. I think I showed Ghost's artwork. If I didn't, here it is. But yeah, so next we've got Camp Blood 8 Revelations. We're going to go ahead and open this one up and take the disc out. So yeah, here we go. The killing at Camp Blood stopped for a while, but the son of the original killer has carried on the machete and driven by his deranged mother, played by Sally Mullins, continues to kill anyone who trespasses in his woods. When a group of female volleyball players' vehicle breaks down in the woods, they are all potential victims of the killer clown. Their leader and coach, Dolly, played by Phoebe Dollar, devises a plan that is meant to help them escape, but could possibly get them all killed. Is she in on the murders? Does she have a dark secret herself? All will be revealed. But in the meantime, these ladies may be sexy, but they will do whatever it takes to survive. That includes navigating a survivalist who lives in a cabin in the woods, played by Sean C. Phillips, and taking guidance from a ghost of a past victim of the clown. The ghost is played by Domenizo Archangel, written and directed by Dennis Devine, and produced by David Sterling. The 8th chapter of the Camp Blood series has lots of humor, lots of thrills, and so very many kills. So, yeah, I've never seen this one. This one's the newest movie in the series, Camp Blood 8 Revelations. So Sean C. Phillips was actually in Camp Blood 4 and 5 in a cameo role. He is also in this one. I don't know if he's playing the same character or not, but that'll be kind of strange if he plays 2 different characters within the same franchise. I mean, it's happened before. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited to see this one too. Again, these movies aren't like huge, big budget movies. They're just kind of simple, fun, goofy movies. But I don't know. I kind of like watching these though. But yeah, so this is and then don't forget the this little toy right here contains this little flash drive figure contains digital copies, an HD and a 4K copy of Camp Blood 8 are on this little flash drive here. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool set though. I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in the box. I'm gonna change up the order a little bit because I'm gonna put Camp Blood 8 at the top of the set here. I think it's gonna be kind of hard to get these back in. But yeah, so this is a pretty cool set. I changed up the order a little bit because Ghost of Camp Blood and Camp Blood Kills both came out before Camp Blood 8. But yeah, we've got one more thing to look at. Well, looks like it's going to be pretty hard to close back up. Okay, there we go. So yeah, now we're going to look at this right here. The Camp Blood collection also comes with this art book right here. It looks like... Oh, okay, so it's like a gallery. Has like kind of images from the various Camp Blood movies. Okay, yeah, so yeah, there's like a bunch of like different images in here, like covers of different movies in the series and stuff. But yeah, so all in all, this is a pretty cool set. If you want to get this set, contact David Sterling on Facebook. I'll have links in the description to David's website and to the Facebook page and stuff. But yeah, this is a pretty cool set I just unboxed here, and I'm definitely gonna have fun watching all of these again. And then I will be seeing Camp Blood Kills and Camp Blood 8 for the first time. I will say that this set is the first time that Camp Blood 1, 2, and 6 have ever been released on Blu-ray. Before this, they were all only on DVD. There was Blu-ray releases of 3, 4, 5, 7, Ghost, and Kills. But this is the first time that 1, 2, and 6 have ever been released on Blu-ray. But I think this is a really cool set. And if you want to get this or some of David's other movies, again, just contact David Sterling on Facebook, and I'll have all the links in the description. So, yeah, thanks for watching. This was a pretty cool set to unbox here. Again, I've got in the description, you can actually look at my, I've got links to my Facebook page, my Twitter page, my Instagram page, and my Patreon. Go check out my Patreon if you want to, donate. That would be cool. You won't be charged unless I specifically make videos for the Patreon, which I'm not quite ready to do that yet, but go ahead and look at it. Donate if you want to, just to kind of get things started for me. But yeah, so if you like this video, hit the like button, maybe subscribe, share the video with others. But until then, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have another video soon. So take care.